teamwork right there. Is what
that is teamwork.
That is the fattest bad drive I've ever seen.
Thanks again for watching so far, guys. Today's video, we are going to be talking about caliber of rifle and what bullets to shoot for fur friendly. Tonight, I will be headed out in the Jumpin' Jack and the Tacoma to go get some more footage for you guys. So, might be a few days before we actually get that stuff edited and up. I'm thinking sometime right after New Year's. I got a bunch of stuff to do between now and then. All right, guys, next thing on the list here is what to do when you spot a coyote. Let's do a hypothetical here, and I'll show you guys some clips and some other stuff that we've had this year, and good and bad examples of what to do and what not to do. Okay, guys, let's say we're sitting here. Yeah, you go be a coyote, Tim. Tim's gonna go be a coyote for us so you guys can see. Let's say worst case scenario in this situation, let's say you're coming right up the road down there to the right. There goes Tim. He's being a good coyote down there. He crouches down. All right, guys. Sorry, this is gonna be kind of dorky, but it'll be fun. So let's do worst case scenario. Okay. We already talked about downwind. Downwind is that way. Wind's right out of the north right now, blowing 90 degrees to our setup, and this is the worst case scenario. Tim's got ears now. Look at that dumbass down there. There's our coyote, Tim. Okay. So let's say that we spot Tim right there. That's where we see him. That's a pretty bad spot to be because we've got all this brush in front of us. So what I would do right here, so Tim's coming in, he's a coyote. If I've got a shot right there, I'd try and stop him right there and shoot him right there. If not, if he's just coming full bore, if he's hesitant, I'll stop him there. If he's full bore, let him come. Run, Tim, full bore. Tim's coming to get it. Keep going. So Tim's full bore. I'm going to wait till he gets right there, and I'm going to whip him and shoot him with the shotgun right there. So we have this bush right in front of us right here. So I would pull the shotgun up right when that coyote got behind that bush because he's not going to see me move. He's not going to know what's hit him, and I'm going to lay him down right there.
At least in my experience, if you pull the shotgun fast enough, they kind of look at you and go, what the hell was that?
Yep. They just don't know what happened.
Yep.
Yep.
And they will stop too. A lot of times they'll stop and kind of see what it was, and by that time they're deader than hell.
Deader than hell. All right. So let's say that coyote comes in, you don't get him stopped. You can't get the shotgun on him in time. He smells the call and runs away. All right, Tim, go across the road, across the wash, and start going up the hill. So this right here, guys, is an example of body language. He doesn't know what's up. He's not full bore running away. He's kind of looking back like, what happened? I don't know what happened right here. This is when you hit the bark or the pup distress, and they hopefully will stop. See how he just keeps looking back like that? He's trying to check it out. He's going to run over there. He's going to stop somewhere on that hill where he feels semi-safe, and he's going to turn back, turn broadside, and you're going to shoot him right there. Tim did a good job of playing a coyote in that clip, but here's a real one. Anyway, here's a really good example from this year of body language. This coyote looks like he's just kind of going away, but watch right here as he kind of turns back. That's a sign that he's going to stop. And then he does it again, kind of slows down, almost stops, and then he just keeps going a little bit. We know this coyote is going to stop, and they almost always stop under 400. That's about 150 yards. Yours case, even if you went all the way to the top of the ridge right there, you're sitting at about, what, 250? That's a makeable shot. So you'll get him stopped. Chances are he's going to stop right on that ridge line.
We actually have a good video of that with the double we got in and Tim's shotgun jammed.
Oh yeah, that was a perfect one.
He stopped right on the ridge.
I think that actually airs today.
Yep, that's a good video of.
That's perfect. I'll use that one. There he's going up there. He stopped. All right, guys, let's say another situation. Let's say he's coming from straight out. You watched him crest the ridge. You didn't have a chance to move in time, and now he's almost to the bottom of the hill. All right, guys, let's say you spot him mid-slope right there, and he's coming downhill, and he's looking over at you. don't move until that coyote is behind something. So what I would do in this situation is I would wait until he gets to the bottom of the hill. And if he stops, and I'll shoot him wherever he stops if I've got a good shot and I feel comfortable with it. And I would wait, especially if he's moving like that, I'll just follow him in my scope all the way to the bottom. And then when he gets down here in that wash, and he's about right there behind that bush, I would move so I could point downhill better. And then I would hit the bark and try and get him stopped right there. If he's coming full bore though, let him come to shotgun range if you got the wind in your favor, and lay him out with the shotgun. Let's give Tim a big hand for his coyote acting skills. Good job, Tim.
Try my hardest.
All right, guys, let's talk about multiples for a second. Obviously, these guys had an instance where they didn't get either one because they got greedy. What happened?
So on that video, I couldn't see those dogs till they were about 80 yards in front of us. And by that time they stopped, and so I was not moving till they started moving, or I had a good spot to move. The leading coyote went behind this Joshua tree, so I moved on the back coyote, hoping Tim would get the shotgun on the first one. And I had that second coyote pegged, and I was waiting for Tim to raise his shotgun and shoot, and right when he was raising the shotgun, I was shooting. And I guess he just didn't come close enough, and they ran, and we couldn't get him stopped. Remote malfunction for some reason happened, and we didn't get him.
Yep, it happens, guys. Multiples, as fun as they are to have come in, make sure you get one. That's what I would do. I would plan on getting the easiest one to get and hope to get the other one. So a couple examples. The first one would be if you've got two coming right together, they're coming hard, let them come and get them both with the shotgun. That's the easiest way to do it. If they're a little bit apart, or one holds up and one just comes full bore, we've had that happen. I would try to get the far one first, shoot it with the rifle far, and then if you can, get the second one with the shotgun. If you can't, there's a good chance you're going to be able to get that one stopped out there at about that 300 to 400 mark, and you're going to end up getting both as long as you can make that long shot. So that's a good example of what to do in two different situations with multiples. If you've got two of them coming from different directions, that's a tough one. I would just concentrate on the first one that you saw and the one that's not going to get downwind, and just make sure you get that one and hope for the best on the second one. Don't get greedy. You're not going to get out with any. Or you might get lucky like they did on the other one and get both. Make sure you get the one and then hope for the best on the second one. Okay, guys, real quick, let's talk about what rifles we shoot and what rounds we shoot. To start off with, we get the question all the time, what round do you shoot? What caliber do you shoot? What rifle do you shoot? The honest truth of it is, guys, it doesn't matter. If you can shoot it and it shoots straight, shoot that gun. If you are comfortable shooting that gun and you know where it's going to hit out to 400 yards, shoot that gun. I don't care if it's a 500 Nitro Express, that's what Garrett likes to say. I don't care if it's a 17 Hornet. That's a little bit on the light side, but shoot the gun that you can shoot the best. As far as calibers that we like, pretty much any 22 caliber. I shoot a 204. I like it because it's fur friendly. It doesn't blow them up as bad, and that's less work I got to do when I skin them. It's that gun right here. Honestly, I couldn't tell you anything about it other than Mesa Precision Arms built it for us, and I love it.
It is a fun gun to shoot.
The best shooting gun I have ever shot, and I love it. But that's me. Garrett loves his 22-250 because it knocks him down a little harder. It also blows him up all the time. Garrett is notorious for blowing up coyotes. He's a high shoulder shooter. It just knocks him down quick. It's back from his contest hunting days. He wants to knock him down as quick as possible and not have to find him. For me and Luke, we like to shoot just behind the shoulder because it doesn't blow them up. They might run 100 yards, but they're still going down. So that's where I prefer to shoot them. Facing shots, if you can hit them right here on those facing shots, that's the most fur-friendly shot you can get. Pokes a little tiny hole, no exit, usually no blood. That's the best shot you can make as far as fur-friendly. The AR back there, that is a 22 Nosler. from High Desert Arms. It's set up for a left-handed shooter like this guy right here and Garrett.
I love it.
And it's a great shooting gun. Some guys love the ARs for the quick follow-up shots. Guys like me and Garrett, we're a little bit older and we didn't grow up shooting ARs, but they just don't feel comfortable in our hands, so we don't shoot ARs. That's not to say that they're not a great gun or a great caliber. It's just that we don't like shooting. We're not comfortable shooting them like we are the bolt rifles. What's your favorite one that you shot so far this year? I know you shot quite a few guns this year.
I like the 22 Nosler personally, but I like bolt actions. I use my 22-250. The 204 is great, so to me it really doesn't matter, but I like the 22 Nosler.
Perfect. How about you, Tim? Oh, hold on, there you are.
allowed to shoot the shotgun, so
He has a shotgun.
That's all you shoot shotgun because you just miss with a rifle?
yeah. So I'd say the shotgun probably.
As far as shotguns we shoot, honestly, it doesn't matter. I bought my shotgun for 180 bucks at a pawn shop. I throw it in the back of my truck, it rattles around. I've had it jam on me twice because I don't clean it very often, but honestly, for shotguns, if you pull the trigger and it goes boom, that's really all that matters. All right, guys, last thing I want to talk about real quick is fur-friendly shots and shooting and bullets. Caliber that we found does not matter when it comes to fur-friendly. It's the speed of the bullet and how fast it expands. So your ballistic tip bullets, the varmint grenades, things like that people shoot, the VMAX, the AMAX, all those bullets are meant to expand fairly fast with those ballistic tips. You don't want to shoot full metal jackets because they just punch right through them and chances are you're not going to find them. They are a little bit more fur friendly, but you're not going to find near as many coyotes shooting full metal jackets. Hollow points is the same thing basically as a ballistic tip. You're just going to get that faster expansion. A lot of your soft points are pretty good for fur friendly, but honestly guys, the biggest key for fur friendly shooting is bullet speed. We found that anything under about 3,500 feet per second, somewhere around there, is a pretty safe bet. You start breaking that, and I don't care what caliber it is. I had a 17 Hornet that I shot, and some of the lighter rounds in that, I think there were 15.5 grain bullets. They were shooting at like 37, and I've blown coyotes up with those, especially on shoulder shots. So speed is what matters for fur friendly. The caliber size does not matter as much for fur friendly. Okay guys, we got the one more episode of the how-to series here. Don't forget that I'm going to be up in Portland at the Sportsman's Expo up there. I believe it's February 9th through no, I lied, sorry. I think the 5th through the 9th. Anyway, it's that first weekend in February. I'll be at the Jumpin' Jack booth, so come by and check those out. And most of the time I will be over at the Hush booth. You guys, most of you guys know them. But yeah, definitely come by and check out the Jumpin' Jack booth. I'm also going to have a couple of the new hats. I'm not wearing one right now, but I'm going to have a couple of the new hats up there to give away at the Jumpin' Jack booth. So make sure you guys pay attention to us on Instagram, and I'll be doing a few stories once I get up there and let you guys know when and where at the Jumpin' Jack booth we're going to be giving away those hats. Thanks again for watching.